today's YouTube video, I'm going to be doing the spin the wheel picks my TBR for the month of November. So I have the wheel on my laptop. I'm going to be screen recording it so I can put it up on the screen. And if it's not on the screen, that just means I didn't figure it out. Okay, so I'm going to be spinning the wheel for the first book that we're gonna pick. I'm gonna have all of the options first, and then I'm gonna pick after. Okay, this is actually one of my favorite tropes, and it's the single dad and nanny trope. Now I'm going to spin the wheel for the next prompt. I'm gonna pick about 6 or 7. And we got one word title, which I feel like is gonna be hard to find on my TBR because I don't have that many one word title books. So we'll probably just pick a new one that I've been wanting to read, but it's just not on my TBR. Okay, this is our third pick. I'm super excited. I feel like there's one I really want. Okay, I got sports romance, which is good because I have a lot of sports romances on my TBR because I feel like during school season, I read a lot of sports romances since it's usually based in college, and since I'm in college, I feel like it just fits. I don't know if it's the same for anybody else, but yeah. Okay, now we're gonna spin for the fourth prompt. I spelled that wrong, but it's supposed to say title that starts with a letter in my name. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit difficult because I have 7 letters in my name, but I don't have a lot of books on my TBR. I just thought this would be a fun thing to figure out, I guess. So now I'm gonna pick for the 5th book that we will be choosing. Okay, this is the one I really wanted. I feel like I put this specifically because I wanted to read this book, but it's an author that starts with the letter M. That's gonna be a really good one. I'm super excited. So now we are going to pick for the 6th book. I'm so excited. I really want it to be a colorful book because there's a book I've been wanting to read but haven't all year. And it came out, I think, in October. No, and I think this book came out in April. Okay, we got a new release. Okay, we're not gonna think about it too much, but I'm excited for that one. Okay, so we picked so far 6 prompts, and now we're gonna pick one more. Honestly, I haven't even been reading this amount of books that I'm picking each month because I started school. So I'm kind of being an overachiever for the month of November. Okay, I got college romance. Okay, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I kind of didn't want that one if I got sports romance because it's kind of the same on my TBR. Because most of my sports romances are college romances, but that's okay. So for the first one we spun on was single dad nanny trope, and I actually don't think I have that trope on my TBR, but I've been wanting to find a new book with that trope. So I'm going to look through TikTok right now and just pick one right now, and I'll be back. I'm going to be reading The Nanny by Lana Ferguson, I think is how you pronounce her name, but I'll pop that up on the screen because I don't have the physical book of that. But I'm so excited. I saw it a couple times on TikTok and I knew I wanted to read it. I just didn't put it on my TBR. But all I typed in was single dad nanny trope books, and that one popped up and it reminded me. So we have our first book of the month. Now we have to look for a one word title book, which I also don't think is on my TBR. Okay, once again, this took me 2 seconds because I do have a one-word title on my TBR, and that is Unsteady. I think this is by Peyton Corrine, I believe. I'm going to check that right now, actually. Peyton Corrine, yes. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna read that one. I'm pretty sure this is a hockey romance, and I think it's about an older sister trying to get custody of her siblings, and then the guy in it is the hockey team's coach. So that should be really interesting and very good. And I actually really wanted to read this book. I just forgot it was a one-word title. But that's okay. We remembered because it's Spin the Wheel. Okay, so the angle might be a little bit different because I had to charge my camera, but we're back now, and now I have to pick for the third book on my TBR. And the prompt that we landed on was sports romance, which should be easy because I have a lot of these books on my TBR that are sports romance. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you guys my options and then we'll just decide. But I've been really wanting to read Kiss Don't Tell by Megan Quinn, sorry. Promise Me Not by Megan Brandy, which is a football romance, and Kiss Don't Tell is a hockey romance. And then I've been wanting to read The Long Game by Elena Armas. And I actually recently saw, I think it was today, that I saw like a collage of that book on my Facebook, and it reminded me that I put that book on my TBR, and I really want to read it because I'm actually reading The American Roommate Experiment from the Spanish Love Deception series, and I'm loving it. So I really want to read another book of hers, and that's a soccer romance, which I've never read a soccer romance, so I just might go with that one just because I've never read a soccer romance, and I feel like I'm in the mood for her books. And then I feel like I could still read the other two based on my other prompts. I don't know if that's cheating, but we're just gonna put The Long Game for sports romance. And the next one, I have to pick a book that starts with the letter from my name. So I have 7 letters in my name, Sanelys. And then I have a TBR with no titles that start with that. I don't think so. Honestly, if the book starts with the, I'm just gonna count the rest of the title because yeah, there's a lot of books I have on here that start with the. Life's Too Short by Abby Jimenez, which I've been putting off reading that book because it's the last book of hers that I need to read, and I miss her writing so much. And the next time she comes out with a book, I think is in April, and that's too far. So I think I'm gonna keep Life's Too Short to the side for a sec. Oh wait, no, but then I could. I was gonna say Nothing Like the Movies, which is a new release, which is another prompt of mine. Okay, this is so hard. Okay, I have Love Unwritten and Love Redesign, which I have to read Love Unwritten first. I'm gonna go with Love Unwritten. I'm gonna read that Love Unwritten, even though it's a really long book. I miss Lauren Asher's writing. Next prompt that we picked is an author that starts with the letter M. Now, I already mentioned 2 authors that start with the letter M, Megan Quinn and Megan Brandy. Now I just have to decide whose book I want to read next, because I'm going to read the series I mentioned, and I'm going to read Megan Brandy's new release. Now, do I read it in November is the question. I think I'm gonna pick Promise Me Not, just because I loved Say You Swear. And Julia, if you're watching, I need you to read it because I literally have nobody to talk to about that book, and I'm obsessed with it. Like, it's so good. Look at it on my shelf right here. So I need to read the second part of that series because I'm obsessed. And Megan Brandy is just like, her writing, unmatched. Now we have 2 more. And that is, wait, you guys, hold on. The next one is new release. Now I did mention nothing like the movies, but I kind of don't want to read that just yet because I'm so excited for it. And I'll probably read that during Christmas break just so I don't have any academical stress. So I think I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to put Promise Me Not for the new release because it came out in October. And then I'm going to put Kiss Don't Tell by Megan Quinn in the letter that starts with M. That probably makes no sense. Like you're probably confused, but I'll like explain towards the end like everything I chose. Now we have 1 more, and I have to pick a college romance, which honestly I kind of want to spin the wheel again just because sports romance is kind of like college romance. Which is funny because the sports romance I picked is not college. So maybe I'm just making an excuse to spin the wheel again. So I'm just gonna spin the wheel again. We're spinning the wheel. I've decided. Okay, I'm spinning the wheel again. Stop. Okay. I got a colorful book. I already know what book I'm gonna read, and that's A Funny Story by Emily Henry. I've been putting off this book for so long, and I feel like I've been recently in the mood to read that book. I just haven't had time. But now that's on my November TBR, I'm going to read that book for sure. That book came out months ago, but it's okay because we're gonna read it November. I'm so excited. Okay, we're gonna go over my choices. So for the single dad and nanny trope, I picked The Nanny. For the one-word title, I picked Unsteady. For the sports romance, I picked The Long Game. For the letter in my name in the title, something like that, I picked Love Unwritten. For the letter L in my name, for an author that starts with the letter M, I put Kiss Don't Tell. And then for the new release, I put Promise Me Not. And for college romance, I changed it to a colorful cover, and I picked Funny Story by Emily Henry. Thank you so much for watching. Like and comment down below. Hit the subscribe button. I'll put all my information in the link description. And yeah, I will see you next week for my next YouTube video.